Good morning again. I'm Diane Gazelle, one of the practitioners here at Center for Spiritual Living Prescott. It is my joy to do this morning's meditation with you. Good morning, Jay. Thank you. Great. Many of you are perhaps familiar with Peace is Every Step by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a book that's, I don't recall the copyright date, but it's been around for a while. And Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us that each day we awake, we have 24 brand new hours to live. So think about that for a moment. What do we do with this precious gift? I have to admit, I sometimes allow myself to get caught up in the chaos. The chaos often within myself and the chaos without. My own personal stuff, the stuff out there in the world. And it doesn't feel real great to me when I really just stay in that place. So I have to ask myself, do I thrive in the chaos? My personal answer to myself is no. I can recognize that it's there, but I don't want myself to become all wrapped up within it because I kind of get lost. So I remind myself, I have the free will, the choice to recognize it for what it is and how it affects me mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I can choose to get myself reset, for I still have many of those 24 hours to live, move, and have my being more centered, calm, and be in a productive space. One way to reset is through meditation. And right here, right now, we have the gift of this time and space to do just that. So I invite you to accept this gift. Begin by just paying attention to your breathing. Don't try to control your breaths. Just allow your lungs as much time and as much air as they need. Simply follow your breaths in and your breaths out. From this space, feel any tensions, any busy thoughts, anything not serving you in the moment, melting away. Become aware that you do not need to try to run after that which you desire. It is here in the present moment that peace, happiness, joy, and love are available. Allow yourself to become the water gently flowing in a quiet stream. The water moves easily over any rocks, flows with the bends. You, as that water, bring your quiet love and peacefulness. And that brings a greater smoothness to the rocks over which you flow. Feel a smile spreading over your face as you realize, peace I am, love I am, joy I am. Stay in this flow until I call you back with the sound of my voice. I welcome you back to full awareness of your being in this sanctuary. I invite you to feel your connection with your fellow human beings who have just shared this time with you. See the reflected love, joy, and peace in each other. Be the peace that you are within, and promote peace without. Scattering smiles, happiness, and love. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Namaste.
Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. For the way you look at me. Oh, it's for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
Strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and and body to live a life of grace and wholeness. Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. We are the place.
I've seen you struggle, I've seen you stumble and get back up again. I've seen you worry, and I've seen the courage that shines in you, my friend. You inspire me, and I can't help but see how beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful you are. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful you are. When I'm losing hope at the end of my rope, I find strength in your eyes. 'Cause you've walked alone on the darkest of roads, and your spirit still shines. You inspire me to live courageously. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful you are. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful you are. What a lucky soul am I, just to have you in my life. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful
preparation for the king, and they line the sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. They will be surprised when they hear him say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. Take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. They will be surprised when they hear him say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend.
It's one thing to listen
Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Oh, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted one. Take me, take me, take me, take me, take me.
So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess what I would say is that apparently. What?
Well, I was getting it from John Haas. I don't know what to say. Hey, everyone, good morning. It's just lively in here today. I don't know if you know that. But I'm here to tell you it is. And that means we are lively, and the Spirit is in this place. Reverend Tracy is giving the talk today. I'll tell her you said so. And just like when I went in the house this morning and couldn't remember why I went back in the house to get something, she told me the name of the talk, and 2 minutes ago, and I'm drawing a blank. Maybe you know what that feels like. But knowing Reverend Tracy, it's going to be an incredible talk that will be. We'll all be glad we heard it. Speaking of being glad we will hear it, Sky Conwell is here playing music, and I know that's going to be fun. But hey, it's like I said, the Spirit is lively in here. Let's affirm that and welcome it. Sing along. You know what? I'm not really bossy today, so stand up if you want, don't if you want, clap if you want. But the one thing I've learned is that when you do say the words out loud, it gives the words power. So even if you just mumble them, Spirit is in this place. Spirit. Join us. We're all going to do our darndest. Goes like this. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. 'Cause Spirit is in this place. The Spirit is in this place. The Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer, and we affirm our life is sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this place. Oh, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Let's do that one more time. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof and shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place.
was amazing, right? She was bringing us some charismatic Holy Spirit. She was raising the roof. I just realized, when you go into a fundamental Christian church, I realized just in this moment, Spirit just plants these ideas sometimes, that it's the energy of the community together vibrating at the highest resonance, singing that song, and that's what makes it so appealing to people. And so today, my hairs are I was like, oh, we are in a joyful mood today. So that is awesome. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living. And for those of you online, eating your ice cream, cereal, eggs, and toast, whatever it may be, comfortable in your home, welcome. We invite you to come and see us in person so we can love you up. There are so many things about our philosophy, and we have a lot of activities going on here within our philosophy. But we believe in the thing itself, that one universal power and presence that is always creating through us and using us for the greater good, and to bring enlightenment to humanity, right? To bring the goodness of who you really are to humanity. And I would like for you to read this with me so that we can remember that for ourselves. So if you can read this with me, I am a divine being. My nature is clarity, calmness, harmony, and love. I accept everyone for who they are. My body is healthy and whole. So I was watching a saint, an Indian saint, and she was saying this prayer. And if she said, when you're eating or you're getting ready to pour your water, if you speak this over your water, that water has memory and it's gone through all those pipes and traversed a lot of things. And to bless your body, it's a good idea to say that. So whenever I go to the refrigerator, I have it right there and I'm pouring my water and saying that because I thought, why not test the theory? It can't hurt. Right? And I find that it's working very well. But again, we're so happy that you're here. We have a lot of things going on, so much so that I have to write them down. But I want to first take a moment to say that one of our members approached me about doing some work around the center. And I said, have at it. Please go ahead. And Miss Tony came and spent 8 hours here trimming trees, pruning, and I just want to give her a big round of applause. Can you stand for us, please? Thank you so much. A true act of service, making the grounds look beautiful. And I'm sure she could use some help if anybody wants to volunteer with her next time. So for all of our volunteers, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We need you and more of you. Glory G, another reminder, is coming, and I did ask her about one-on-ones, and so she said that she would be willing to schedule some one-on-ones that, for those of you that are interested in meeting with a realized teacher. She works through Connection of the Heart, and we'll put a sheet out there for interest, and then she will schedule with you. So please put your phone number or I will schedule with you. But if we're going to have about 10 appointments, she'll be here for about 2 weeks. So take advantage. She lives in Alabama. Take advantage of her. Also, I got my tickets to Threads. I'm not trying to steal Kathleen's job. I just want you to know that I'm excited about the things that are going on here. So I got my tickets, and I hope you get yours, and more about that from Kathleen. And, just finally, a heartfelt thank you for showing up here every Sunday and helping me fulfill my dream about myself to stand up here and share the good news about the creative spirit. I love you so much. And don't forget that we have practitioners that help hold your highest truth. They pray so that they can see you as whole. They correct their mind so that they are always holding you in the highest truth, that they can see through the story and to the heart of things when we cannot. So please book an appointment with a practitioner, meet with them, pray with them after. They love you so much, and they have dedicated their life to that service of prayer. Let's have a beautiful Sunday.
And welcome again from me. I'm Diane Gazelle, one of the practitioners here at Center for Spiritual Living, Prescott. I invite you to be in this space with me, invoking Spirit as we go through the rest of this service with those warm words of welcome from Reverend Tracy. We are started out on the path of joy and love, and we go forward together as a group, recognizing our connection, for we all are created by that one, and we are all in this beautiful space where we support each other, and that support, we recognize so many of the people who bring that by their talents, by their time. Our musicians, our tech crew, our signers, the people who work with the kids in the back, everyone who makes sure that everything is working for this service. There are volunteers in so many areas. And then afterwards, we have those people in hospitality who provide us some beverage, some coffee, some water, maybe a snack, where we can continue the fellowship. I am so grateful for all of us coming together in joy, in love, and to be inspired by Reverend Tracy's message, to learn how more we can be that truth, the peace, the love, and share it with everyone in this place and everyone who is not in this place. I claim that is ours to do, to embrace, and to appreciate. And so with that, affirm with me, and so it is.
Sing this with me. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you. And so it is. Well, I can see it right there before me, and I feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of power, and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength that's in you, and so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you, and so it is. I can see it right there before me, and I feel it deep in my soul, and I know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. I see the heart that's in you, and so it is. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you, and so it is. Well, I see the beauty in you. see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. And you say, I see the power in you. I see the love that's in you. I see the love that's in you. I see the courage in you. I see the courage in you. I see the strength that's in you. I see the strength that's in you. I see the joy that's in you. I see the joy that's in you. I see the giving in you. I see the giving. And we say, and so it is. So it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
And I see you. And this morning I chose some words from a book that was gifted to me quite a few years ago. It's called Stepping Stones on the Path of Life. It's messages written by David Bearclaw Abrams. These are his words. First, know that we are all connected. What affects me directly affects everything indirectly. That effect is best illustrated using a pond and a pebble. Have you ever thrown a pebble into a pond? It creates ripples that go from the pebble out in every direction to the shoreline, and then they return to the center. Each of us is a pebble in the pond of life. Think about that. Each of us is a pebble in the pond of life. It's never about the pebble, but rather the ripples that we create, the lives we touch, and the ripples from others that touch us. Every day, each of us begin with a still pond, and we choose what kind of ripples we will send out. These choices determine our day, but also influence every life our ripples touch. And I invite you to be with that thought for the next moment. And I feel your light shining through. So it is. Now I invite the candle lighters to step forward. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the science of mind, acknowledges that the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths humans take in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. We light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, sky, and waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions, celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for the science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe and we can use it. Thank you. And so with me, we have our affirmation. We are here for God. Our purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good we seek for ourselves is what we desire for all people everywhere. And so it is.
I had to talk with Jackson a little bit this morning. He reminded me of something very important. We are all, we're created for a divine purpose, and God's a part of every one of us. And when we identify who we are, we don't identify as being a sinner. No, God's a part of us. So here's a song by Norman Greenbaum.
Wowza, that is amazing. I have goosebumps. I have this really wonderful talk about the thing itself for you today, and as I'm sitting there, I'm meditating and asking Spirit, you know, why are we talking about this today? And Because we are here to see that life is always supporting us, that everything in your life is showing you which way to go, and that it's all a creation, and our mind interprets it as good or bad. And I've started to look at things as, there's proof. There's proof. And also, there's proof that I'm pointing my attention in the wrong direction. There's proof that I'm pointing my attention in the wrong direction. I love to tell stories about my life because I just realized as I was sitting there, my joy of telling the story is so that you can see it's possible to live a different life than you're living. And part of Tracy's personality is to always want to give you the way to make it easier than it was for me. That's what drove me. That's what drives me, is always to share something that makes your life a little bit easier than it was the moment before, or to prevent you from going down a road that may cause you suffering. And you know what I realized is that's not Tracy's job. And that Spirit gets to use me every day to be a person that, if you truly listen, can share those things with you. And so I think we're going to veer off a little bit and just, and really just deepen that idea. But first I want to know, did you hear about the disheveled man who tried to get in church? No. So the disheveled man went to a church one day, and he says to the pastor, I want to be a member. And the pastor was really trying to dissuade him with all kinds of lingo. And the disheveled man said, you know, I'm going to go home and pray about this and see what God tells me to do. And the pastor said, please do. The next Sunday, the disheveled man comes back and he says, I prayed about it. And the pastor says, well, what did God say? And God said, don't worry about it. I've been trying to get into that church for 10 years, and they won't let me in either. Go find another one. And that's what we're doing, is we're always finding another one, right? And so, I mean, if God can't get in, and sometimes we're closed like that, right? Sometimes we are stuck in our personalities, in our everyday lives, and the things that are happening in the objective world. And we take that for the real. We take that for who we are. We take it for our value. We take it for how smart we are, or comparison to another person, or, oh, they're doing that, I should do that too. I mean, I like to collect artists, musicians, readers, people that have high intellect, and I realize that I'm very good at finding people to bring to a situation that might have a broader skill set than myself, and I love to do that. That's part of something that I do very well. And what I realize is that traversing life is skill, 90% skill. We get lost in our ideas of, is it the right way to do the skill or the wrong way to do the skill? But what I have begun to see is that any attempt of even trying is discovering the nature of who we are, because we can't let go of the idea that whatever we do, we are doing it because something has compelled us. That thing itself has compelled us to move forward in a particular direction. I mean, there have been so many difficult things in my life, and my life always taught me to look at what is going wrong instead of what's going right. So I've decided a couple weeks ago, to really look at that about myself and to see if I could catch it when it was happening. Give myself a break, realign, go back in, tell myself the truth, and allow it to come up. So one of the things that I saw about this is whatever's coming into your experience, you have an opportunity to see what you've created. The thing itself is always giving to you. That creative understanding is always giving to you that process of, like I said, there's that. There's that. There's that. And what it does when you start to pay attention is it shifts your understanding about your truth. And that the goal is not to avoid suffering, but to come back to reality. The goal is to have an acceptance of your circumstances, which brings you back to reality, that gives you the inspiration to try again. I recently wanted more space in my car. I have a little Honda Santa Fe, and if you put a 9-month-old and a 2.5-year-old in the back with 2 little air conditioner vents that just point and you're hoping they're cooling off back there, when it's 120 degrees outside, you get a new idea about your car. And then you have a husband who says the car's good enough. You start having a conflicting idea, right? And I don't know about you, but in my house, sometimes there's conflicting ideas. And I like to recycle things a lot, and he likes to hold on to them. And it can really create an interesting household. But so one day I was scrolling through Facebook, and someone had posted a minivan. And I said, Spirit, you love me so much to show me this minivan. And it was a 2009 with 50,000 miles on it, all the things that my husband would find appealing. And I couldn't have done it better myself. As a matter of fact, I didn't. God did. And so I showed it to Bill, and he's like, oh, that looks interesting. I'm like, ooh, I got him. I hooked him. And so we started looking at it, and I made the phone call or the message, and the lady said, oh, so many people are calling about this van. And I said, okay. And I go, well, I got to go to work this weekend. I always like to I'm a minister of a church, and I got to work, Sometimes you just got to use what you got, And she's like, oh, that's nice. Call me on Monday and see if it's still here. And we were walking into Home Depot, and I'm like, that is unacceptable. I need to sit in Home Depot. So I found one of their benches that they're selling, and I sat down to do my work. And I was like, Tracy, I remember Donald Graves saying, when you want to manifest something, you go to what the mental equivalent is for you, right? So I'm like, space. It has TVs in it for the kids, It has 50,000 miles, less work. And I just started to recognize, oh, I am creating this situation. And what I recognized about myself is the competitive nature that I needed to get that van before anybody else did. And so I also then realized, slow down. Sometimes the no is for you and not against you. Let Spirit do the work. And so once I got clear in my mind that I wanted a van, I realized, right after my son told me, Mom, there's a lot of minivans on the market. You can find the one you want now that you know you want them. You'll see them everywhere, right? And so anyway, we walk out of Home Depot, and I'm like, okay, I release, I accept, I let go, everything's good. And 2 minutes later, she messages me and says, you know what, I'm so overwhelmed with messages, and something about your name stands out to me, and I'm gonna hold the van until Monday for you. I was like, yeah. So Monday comes, and we go to see it, and we drive it, and it's pulling a little to the right. And her one caveat is, please pay the $8,000 that the van is for. And I go, well, if that van is exactly as you said it to be, we'll pay that. And so the van pulled a little to the right, and we drive it around, and we love it. It's meticulous. Their parents just parked it in the garage, and they drove it around when they came. They were snowbirds. And my husband intuitively knew something was wrong with the tires. And so he says, I don't think these tires are new. And the guy goes, oh, no, they're new. And I watched my husband talk himself out of the conversation with the tires, because there was this little fear remaining that if we pushed it too hard, we wouldn't get the van. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. That's what fear does, is it kind of pits you against yourself in your mind. But it's okay. We bought the van, and I have space and air. And we brought the van home, And immediately the mind started going, So we drove it proudly over to Costco to show our son the purchase we made without his help, because we're adults. And he was trying to show off the auto start, and it wouldn't start. And he was like, the downward spiral started, right? And so I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. This car is here, and I am trusting that it's here because it's in our experience. And if there's anything wrong with the car, Spirit has given it to us and the capability to fix it. It doesn't give you something or place a desire in your heart that you cannot fulfill or have the means to take care of. So no problem. Bill drives the car proudly to work on Monday to show everybody. And he takes it over and they run it and they proudly tell him, this car's in meticulous shape. Good job. And he was beaming. He called me beaming. And I was like, right, good job, honey. Overcoming your fears about buying something used. And so there you go. But those tires, man, they're in really bad shape. And we had driven this car all the way up to Prescott one day, and my son was like, something's wrong with the car. I'm like, please stop doing that. Anyway, so we get new tires, and the guy was like, oh, the battery's shot. And so we get a new battery, and I'm like, you know what? No biggie, because we have what we need to take care of that. And my point about the thing itself in the story is, yesterday was Saturday. Yes, I'm lost. It's been a long week. We were driving up here to fix some more things, and the car stalled out, and we're all piled in, my son, his girlfriend, the tools, the kids, everything. And the car stops, and we pull, and it's 100-some degrees out, and I'm like, hey, maybe it's the battery in the keychain. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. So all of these minds are trying to figure out what it was. So my husband goes, we're right in front of O'Reilly. I mean, how could right in front of the auto store. I'm like, I gotcha. And so he goes in to buy a new battery, and he comes and he does it doesn't work, and yada, 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 we're fixing. And so my son's like, I'm going to Sonic to get a tea. My husband goes back to Riley to get the checker to put on the car. And a lady walks up to my car, and she says, I'm sorry, excuse me, I can't fix your car, but Spirit said you need water. And she gives me 2 ice-cold bottles of water. And I was like, look at you, smiling down on me. And again, we're always creating. And that thing itself, when we place our understanding in it, when we give ourselves to our truest and highest nature, it is always fulfilling and taking care of us, right? And so we all get in the car, and my husband looks at me and goes, when's the last time you put gas in it? I don't know. And we bought it and drove it to Prescott 2 weeks ago. And I go, but it says half a tank. And he's like, I need to call those people. And I go, no, it's okay. And so now we know when it's on a half a tank, it's empty, And when you buy a used car, you get a used car. And it's okay as long as you know the reality that that's what you get, right? But when you buy a new car and you think it's supposed to run like a 2026, you're going to be disappointed. Right? But if you have the expectation that things go wrong and that you have the understanding and the intuition to fix it and the acceptance, life is more joyful. That is the thing itself, is it always brings you back to acceptance. Acceptance of the current reality doesn't mean it's not painful. It doesn't mean it's not hard. It doesn't mean that there isn't work to do and that we don't have to take action. But what it does do is it puts us in connection with that which we truly are. And the personality lets go of those stories and the dissidence that it's created through its evolution. And it starts to fall away. And then the thing itself is your divine connection. It's not a connection, it's who you are. It knows how to traverse every circumstance. I went to the Goodwill on the way home from here one day, and I was looking at the shoes. This shoes right here. And I was like, oh, these shoes are leather. Leather always catches my attention. And I have my foot's been kind of bothering me, and I've been talking to Spirit about it, and they were like $6, and I'm like, ooh, these look really nice. So we get out to the car, and I put them on, and I haven't taken them off since. They are the most amazing shoes, and so then I'm Googling, I'm looking, I'm like, I'm going to buy 10 pairs of these shoes that Spirit gifted me, and they don't make this style anymore, but that's okay. It's okay. I keep telling myself, it's okay. But all of the problems went away. I put these shoes on. But the point is, I paid $6 for $200 pairs of shoes. Yeah. See? God, Spirit, your divine connection is always replenishing all that you give, right? When you trust, when you pick up, when you walk, when you move, when you talk, when you breathe, it is your divine connection moving through you, as you. And sometimes we go back to through us, sometimes we go back to victim, but this is the evolution of our personality. It is a distorted error in thinking. And when suffering comes, and it does, it is a gift to push us back home on the path to our highest and true self. When we spend more time living as the inner facing the outer than the outer facing the inner, life moves at a pace that takes us to the next destination. We become magnetized. We become open. We become a channel for the peace that we all talk about. My teacher says something very beautiful. He says, "Let there be peace. There is peace. I am peace. Let there be love. There is love. I am love. Let there be light. There is light. I am light." And it's an evolution of understanding that the higher teachings and principle require a little more of our mind, of our attention, of our understanding, of our dedication and commitment to that which we say we really want. Because you can't say you want it and not pick it up off the shelf. You can't say you want it and not go look at it and buy it. You can't say you want it and then sit in the chair and just expect it to manifest. No, God as you, the divine connection you are, is always pointing you in a direction and giving you the way. And then you use this body mind to take action and fulfill its desires through you. That we are all here evolving and moving and having our way, and we all traverse things that to appear to make us stuck, and we want to go unstick people, and what we need to do is just magnetize in their presence, and they can feel it, and they'll want to know what you have, and then you can share it with them when they ask you, and then you give them freedom to get that business card and show up on Sunday. You can't pull them in here. They will come because they see you living as the thing itself, and you will magnetize to them. You'll be so joyful, and you'll also be truthful that life can be difficult, and acceptance is the key. I was in Costco. I will close with this. An old employee of mine, and we had good days and bad days many years ago in my days of banking, and she comes up from behind me and she hugs me. She's like, "Oh, my favorite manager, I can't believe it's you." And I was like, 20 years ago, that would not have been the case. How time makes us forget. But anyway, and I was like, "Oh, it's so good to see you." I could have reminded her of our Discord, and I said, "Oh, you look so beautiful. How has life been treating you?" And she's like, "Your son told me you're a minister." And I go, "I am." She goes, "I just always knew there was something special about you. You used to just push my buttons and make me so mad, but it made me a better person. You were always talking about the law of attraction and how to get what I want and how to believe in myself." And she goes, "And I just wasn't ready to do it. But today I am, and I'm really struggling. Can you just tell me how to get through today?" And I said, "Just 1 minute at a time. Just take a breath." And then it popped into my head, just accept the day as it's unfolding. Just accept. Give yourself a break and come to church. Come see me. And she goes, "I will call you." And I go, "Whenever you're ready, I'm available." It was really beautiful to see you. And I love you. And it just has shown me that life, when you're pointing your attention in the right direction, is always proving that the thing itself is real. And if you're like me, I get confused sometimes and go, "Is it really real? How do I know? Man, look at this stuff, right? Like, life wouldn't be so hard if this was real." And I realize, you've gone off into an error of thinking unconsciously. You just need to pull yourself back. So one of the things my teacher does is really challenges me when an intuition arises within me. He'll say, "Explain it to me." And that's when I go, and I go, "I don't know if I can." And he said, "That's okay. Then go research it, study it, learn it, embody it, come back and talk to me about it. Then you can give it, live it, breathe it, and be it. That's what we stand for here. That is the thing itself. That is what I'm inviting you into. I love you so much. I'm so happy to be here to share this wonderful message with you. And as I look out, I know that you are evidence that it is true because you are the fulfillment of my dream. And I hope that the words from I don't hope, that was crazy. I know that the fulfillment of these words in your heart as you accept them will be the answer to your desire as well. Live well and prosperous, in the words of Spock. I appreciate you. And we'll just embody those words in a prayer. I see these words in this prayer, the tool that we use to always remind this wandering mind that words, although powerful, can mislead us. So we use the power of prayer, treatment, affirmations to always bring us back to center. So as these words float from my lips from Spirit, that there is only one, that one divine Spirit that lives through your body, that is always pointing you to yourself. It is reminding us that no matter what is going on in the objective world, the truth and home is always here. And as we drop and let all unlike itself go, as we release the tension, the attention, the distraction, the error in thinking, as we obliterate all of that, what is left is the magnificence of you. The shining aspect of the brightest blue star that radiates and magnetizes all that it comes in contact with. That as we use these teachings to have a deeper understanding of our highest self, we release the need for anything to bring us bliss, for we realize that we are bliss itself. That these words on this day are spirits given to our hearts, not to our minds, but to our hearts, to break us open, for it to floweth over, for it to bring complete realization to the highest truth of who you are, to the complete understanding of your identity, and to merge the truth through, in, as you, to live it each and every day in your life. This gives way to being able to traverse all that the world has to offer. We move through it calmly, clearly, serenely, with the deepest faith, because as each experience happens, as we start to see the world as a miracle, it is always proving these words to us that we are the truth in which we seek. I know these words resound and move through the ethers and land to the open hearts and minds and lives of all who hear them, here in the sanctuary, out online, and as they are shared with the people that we love. It magnetizes and draws them to the center, and we overflow with the abundance of love and joy as we celebrate the perfection of this building, this philosophy, this community, that there is no emptiness, there is only fullness. I know this truth, I know it here, I know it now, I know it for you, and we celebrate it as we release and let go and accept, and so it is.
Where we let the love wash over.
Goosebumpies. Today is a total manifestation of a desire and a dream for just a charismatic morning. I love it. When I was a little girl, some Sunday school teachers took us to this charismatic revival, and they were falling out in the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit. And from that day forward, as a little fifth grader, I decided I was going to walk around with my Bible and share it with everybody. And my mom thought I was falling off the deep end. But that's what today reminds me of, is just the beauty and the newness of the moment. So now we're in that time where we talk about receiving the gifts of spirit, receiving financial abundance, receiving time, treasure, talents. And we're so grateful that for this moment, your gifts support us to bring these moments to you. And we are so grateful to be able to do that. And we also need your support. And so however that happens for you, whatever divine idea is planted in you, whether it be the yard work or the kitchen or maybe finance, it's fine. Allow Spirit to flow through you. Have complete acceptance of it. All will be returned to you joyfully. Okay, and so I'm just going to pause for a moment. And we are going to read our affirmation, taking a big deep breath in, letting it out. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. Thank you, life. Thank you, Sky. Let's rock.
Jackson, would you play with me on this one?
Sure.
Just gets better and better. Spirit is so amazing. And it is just that, I'm so excited. It is just that time right now where I'll invite the ushers forward, and I'll come down here and meet you. Hi, Miss Pam. And we'll just know that these gifts are received with the openness of heart and the full acceptance of spirit, that it flows in and out, and that the energy and the movement of finances is not stagnant, because spirit is not stagnant. And that as we point our attention to the fullness and the wholeness, that this center, its bounty grows with that idea. And so does your life and all of the fulfillment of your desires and dreams. That we sit in the openness and expectation of spirit to fulfill every idea that we have as a center and as individuals and as a collective consciousness and group. I claim this. These words are powerful. They move in spirit. They are accepted. They are received. And they are manifested. And so it is. Miss Kathleen?
Good morning. Excuse me. Anyone? Thank you. That helped. Let's try that again. Good morning. Good morning. Anyone who is new to the center this morning, just visiting, or you've been away traveling, welcome. We're here at CSL, and we'd love to give you a warm welcome. So please, if you're new, stand, tell us your name, where you are from. We'd love to greet you. Good.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I am the visitor for
Welcome. Whoa. Yes. Welcome. Anyone else? Okay. After service, I invite you to visit the bookstore and locate the section of donated, previously owned, enjoyed, and much loved books. Find one that talks to you, take it with you, enjoy the read, and after that, go to Sibley Hall for munchies and coffee and conversation. We're so pleased you're here with us today. Yes. Congratulations to our own Jim Holmes for winning our Dancing with the Stars raffle. And he's just walking in. Reverend Tracy will be taking a well-deserved vacation beginning tomorrow until September the 16th. So we wish you relaxation, peace, love, and joy. Jim Holt. I was told Holmes. Okay. Sorry about that. We have too many Jims. And the last name begins with H. The field trip of dinner and a play of threads, which is clays, is coming up, so please sign up in the lobby if you intend to join the group. Also, tickets are online. Today after service, the installation volunteers group meets to firm up the intended plans, so those of you on that group, please attend, and a possible meeting next Sunday also. We wish to have all of you be a part of the installation of Reverend Tracy, so donating in the donation box, setting out in the lobby, or bringing a salad or dessert for this event, please again sign up in the lobby. A reminder, the carpet will be cleaned on Tuesday the 17th. And so we need some muscle the day before and the day after. So if you will, consider, please help. Tuesday at 10 a.m., the book group meets, and at 5:30, the CSL magazine group meets. On Wednesday at 6, Spring Forest Qigong. At 7, Somatics, and Thursday at 10, the Power of 8 meets. Anyone still needing a paper invitation to Reverend Tracy's installation, please see me after service. I have those available. Also, we are still in need of one person to help with child care during the installation, and we need one person for publicity. So if you can help in either of those, we would appreciate it. And now I think we are ready to invite the Children of Awesomeness from their association. Thank you.
Seamus, are you ready for your 5 minutes? Yeah. All right.
So today, we decorated this cloud with rainbows, and it says on it Namaste. I put little flowers on mine. Do you want to talk about your cloud?
Mine has an ocean on the front of it. Yes, my name's Liam.
Oh, you want to show them your snakes? Wow. Those are cool. Do you want to say anything?
Like snakes.
Here, let's see. You want to talk about your snakes?
No.
Can you say snakes? Lick the microphone. No. Snakes. Very good. Say hi, everyone. Thank you. All right.
We're all good.
We're all good.
Namaste.
Namaste. Those are beautiful. I want one for my office. All right. And it is that time where we will say our benediction. No, Jackson, you're always right. He keeps me straight. We're going to stand. We're going to take a hand. Thank you so much. Breathing in, taking a breath, knowing everything is perfect. With a big smile in our hearts and beautiful attention on these words that were created with such devotion to the journey home. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, my affairs. I think it. I believe it. I feel it. I know it. I accept it. Thank you, life.
Yes, there is peace on earth. Yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace right then. Good times, good times. Great old